Hold on tight. We're diving into the biggest stories shaping our world, and you won't want to miss a single beat. First up, a battle brewing in Rural Hall, North Carolina. Forsyth County Commissioner Dan Bess just held a public input session where residents voiced serious concerns about a proposed data center. What are the potential impacts, and will their voices be heard? We'll break down the details and what this means for the community.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALAN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next, a heartwarming story of community spirit. In Archbald, Pennsylvania, kids are taking action to fight against proposed developments with a classic fundraiser, a lemonade stand. But this isn't just about sweet treats. It's a growing grassroots effort with a GoFundMe already raising over $44,000. How are these young activists making their voices heard, and what does this mean for the future of their town? Now, let's shift gears to China, where the data center boom is reaching unprecedented levels. Rystad Energy is reporting that China's data center capacity is set to explode, potentially topping 60 gigawatts by 2030. That's a near doubling of capacity, driving a massive surge in power demand. And what does this mean for China's energy grid and its commitment to renewable sources? We'll explore the numbers and the implications. Finally, a critical look at the data center power pipeline right here in the U.S. Latitude Media is questioning just how much of that 780 gigawatts of announced projects is actually realistic, given infrastructure and logistical hurdles. Are we overestimating the demand? And can the grid even handle it? Get the full story and stay ahead of the curve. Don't miss out, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit that bell for instant updates. Residents of Rural Hall voiced strong opposition to a proposed data center during a public input session hosted by Forsyth County Commissioner Dan Bess. The meeting comes amid ongoing concerns about the project's potential impact on the community. Commissioner Bess, who has held similar sessions countywide for nearly 3 years, emphasized the importance of hearing resident feedback, stating he has not yet formed an opinion on the proposal. Concerns raised centered on land use compatibility, with one resident arguing a data center doesn't align with current zoning. Attendees were encouraged to visit the proposed site, located near Town Hall, to assess the potential impact firsthand. Commissioner Bess confirmed the proposal is in its early stages, currently under review by multiple groups, and that planning staff have requested additional information from the petitioner. He acknowledged the complexity of the issue and urged residents to conduct their own research, noting many comments received via email demonstrate a well-informed public. The Forsyth County Planning Board is scheduled to meet on May 14th to further discuss the proposal. Residents are encouraged to contact the Board of Commissioners with any concerns or requests for clarification. Archbald, Pennsylvania. In a remarkable display of community activism, local children are taking a stand against a proposed power plant and the expansion of data centers in their borough. Ahead of a crucial hearing on Monday, families gathered outside Valley View High School, where kids hosted a free lemonade stand to raise funds for a legal battle opposing the project. The initiative is part of a burgeoning grassroots movement, fueled by concerns about the long-term environmental and quality-of-life impacts of these developments. A GoFundMe campaign supporting the legal fund has already surpassed $44,000. Organizers emphasize the importance of involving children, providing them with a voice in shaping the future of their community. Jillian Balden, a lead organizer, stated that the effects of these changes will be felt by the children for years to come, impacting their education, health, and overall well-being. This lemonade stand fundraiser is just one of several efforts underway to challenge proposed developments in Archbald, demonstrating a determined community resolve. China's data center capacity is poised for explosive growth, with projections indicating a surge to 60 gigawatts (GW) by 2030, nearly double the current installed capacity. A new analysis from Rystad Energy forecasts 28 GW of new projects coming online, driving a more than doubling of power demand to 289 terawatt-hours. TWh annually. This represents 2.3% of China's total electricity demand and marks data centers as the fastest-growing power consumer, with an anticipated 19% annual growth rate between 2025 and 2030, fueled by the rapid expansion of artificial intelligence, AI, and high-performance computing, HPC. The sector is already experiencing rapid build-out, with installed capacity expected to reach 40 GW by year-end. AI and HPC facilities are increasingly dominant, accounting for nearly 40% of current capacity and projected to reach 48% by 2030, significantly impacting energy consumption and geographic distribution. The East Data West computing strategy, launched in 2022, is facilitating this shift by establishing 8 major computing hubs, including a significant cluster in Ulaanbaatar, Inner Mongolia. Operators are proactively integrating renewable energy sources like wind, solar, and battery storage, prioritizing reliable and lower-carbon power supplies, particularly in Western computing hubs. China's government has designated data center development as a strategic priority, emphasizing both efficiency and renewable integration, with ambitious targets for power usage effectiveness, PUE, aiming for an average below 1.5 by 2030, and even lower thresholds for new and mega data centers. While currently relying on grid power due to China's robust infrastructure, the data center boom presents an opportunity to significantly boost renewable energy consumption, with new projects in national hubs required to source at least 80% of their power from renewables. Innovative projects like Zhongzhen's Ulaanbaatar computing base and China Mobile's Kadam green microgrid demonstrate the integration of wind, solar, and battery storage, paving the way for a zero-carbon future for China's data centers. The U.S. faces a critical question. How much of the staggering 780 gigawatts of announced data center projects will actually come online? That's more than the nation's current peak power demand. While some projections estimate a potential 166 gigawatts of data center load growth over the next 5 years, others, like Bloomberg NEF, forecast 106 gigawatts by 2035. However, these numbers may be inflated, failing to account for the significant infrastructural and logistical hurdles. Aurora Energy Research's Oliver Kerr warns that the implied build rate for new generation needed to meet these forecasts is historically unprecedented. Transmission infrastructure is a major bottleneck, with regional planning reforms showing only incremental progress. Modeling by Aurora showed that adding just 10 gigawatts of data center load in ERCOT without new transmission lines could quintuple congestion costs and spike power prices. Beyond transmission, barriers to construction are mounting, including rising large load tariffs, interconnection queue reforms, and a scarcity of labor and materials. Fermi America's Project Matador, requiring 90 industrial gas turbines, exemplifies these challenges, with the project's CEO recently stepping down citing difficulties securing an anchor tenant and supply chain issues. EPC firms like McCarthy Building Companies are also experiencing significant delays, with project groundbreakings now taking 18 months instead of 6. Brett Foster of McCarthy Building Companies estimates that only 1 in 4 projects in the queue is likely to move forward. Ultimately, the concern isn't necessarily overbuilding, but rather the sheer difficulty of delivering data center capacity at the scale currently envisioned by the tech industry, as priorities shift and the grid evolves.